Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, it's a little different setup here, same table, but I have added a little extra. I've moved my table to a different part of the room, which felt more, I don't know, the energy feels better in this part of the room. And yeah, I also have a new deck for this reading today and I'm super excited to use it. And I would like to thank Mallory for sending me this from my wish list. Mallory has been working with me one-on-one, kind of like mixture of using tarot and coaching and kind of helping her out. And it was such a pleasure and I am so grateful. I absolutely love this deck. Also, if you would like to reach out and work with me one-on-one for a week or two, just email me and we can get that up and running if you would like. I haven't created my website yet, but that's something that I will have as an option on my website, as I want to just take away my Etsy and just work from my own website. So anyway, for today's reading, what we will be doing is option 1 or option 2. So have an idea of something that you're trying to make a decision on. So maybe, for example, should you start this project or should you start that project? Something simple like that. This is just a quick little easy reading for today, because I wasn't going to record a reading, but I got this and I was like, okay, I have to. This is just, I love it. So yeah, go ahead, and I'll only have 2 cards each in each of these piles. So this is option 1, option 2. So go ahead and choose one of the 3 piles and make sure that you have, 6 piles. And make sure that you know which option is which, so that you don't get confused, okay? That explanation was probably a little confusing, but I hope you got the gist of it. So yes, we will start with group number 1. Hello, group number 1. So for option 1, we have the King of Coins, and for option 2, we have the 5 of Swords. So for the first option, I feel like this has to do with some sort of thing that you're wanting to create, but you need further support, or you need to really understand how to create it in a way that is perfect. It's almost like I'm looking at this map and it's like almost like it needs more logical thinking for it to be created, because I'm looking at the geometry of that diamond in the center, and then I'm looking at the map here. So it's like there's a lot more planning that has to go into option number 1, but this is what's going to really be the option that gets you to travel the world and tell your story. I really hear about you something to do with telling your story, or for other people being able to, you know, see that product being this. Something about this for me is like it could go worldwide, and it's something that you're going to create that is very unique and very specific. It's something very, very specific. And I do have this feeling of it being very much a material item. Just King of Coins, Pentacles is material, but it's, what I'm hearing is pay attention to the materials that you need to use to create this. Because a diamond, you know, you don't want fake diamonds. You want the real raw materials, the ones that are going to come from the more reliable sources. So this King of Coins, I did feel like you needed to maybe reach out to certain people who have done something similar to what you are wanting to do, and because they're going to be able to guide you towards the correct sort of suppliers, or the right people that you need to talk to, something along those lines. But really for me, I'm really hearing that you need to, if you need to travel somewhere in the world to find the perfect materials to create this item that you're wanting to create, then that's what you need to do. But for me, option 1 is going to give you a lot of opportunities in the future. It might not seem like it right now, but in the future it's going to be that way. Option number 2, 5 of Swords. I really feel like this is something that is dear to your heart. This is something that you really, really don't want to let go of, because it's something that has made you into the person that you are today. However, it's you're wanting to go after this because for your own selfish reasons. Not selfish in a bad way, but just because it's something that has really made you get through a lot of difficult times in your life, and it means so much to you. But I really feel like option number 2 for you is blocking you, and there's something that you need to let go of here for you to move forward. And I really feel like you need option 1 for me is what I would choose, but option number 2, just know that it's not going to be easier, and you need a lot more information, which I don't think that you're willing to hear. There's certain things that you're not willing to listen to. Okay, and I'm picking that up from option 2. Just for me, this option, if you wanted to go over here, it would be a lot tougher, but it might be your path. But for right now, it's not your path. I feel like there's more information that needs to be gathered about how you would even go about doing this or communicating that clearly to people, because it's like something needs to change. Your communication needs to change, because it's coming too much from past hurt or some sort of a trauma that you went through that's making you vocalize things in a certain way, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's all I have for you, group number 1, and I will see you all in the future. Leave a comment down below and like this video. But yeah, bye-bye. Hello, group number 2. So for option number 1, we have the Death card, and for option number 2, we have the 10 of Wands. So with the Death card, what I'm strongly picking up here is that there's some sort of a boredom with this option. So I really feel like you would like to do it, but at the same time, sorry, but there's a lot of noise outside. You would like to do it, but at the same time, it's just like really about transformation and cutting certain people. I really do feel like those 2 heads at the bottom of them there, it's like cutting one or more people out of your life, and that's really what this is about. So if this is important, and I feel like these 2 options that you have in mind kind of go hand in hand, this is kind of needed for you to move to where you need to be. Because the 10 of Wands, for option 2, I have the 10 of Wands, and this is like success, but it's coming at a price. And that's why these 2, for me, it seems like both of these options are relevant for you right now, and I hope that makes sense. Because I feel like with the arrows pointing down here on all 4 corners, it's like no one's going to be able to mess with, if you choose to do this, no one's going to be able to mess with that. But you need to also make certain decisions that are weighing you down. I really feel like there are certain things that are bringing you down in regards to new ideas or new adventures that you want to experience. You are being held back by that. And I feel like that has to do with parents, or I was picking up on parents strongly here, or just it also could come certain people that think that they know better for you, that are weighing you down. That's kind of what I'm picking up here. So for me, I'm seeing that I really am just picking up that these two go hand in hand. So both of these are necessary. And for right now, I would say that option one is where you need to really knuckle down on and really make the changes here and be ready for these changes to happen, because I feel like with the death card, it's kind of saying to me that it's inevitable. It's like you know, this is what's going to happen anyway, for you to harness your true potential, which is coming out here with the Ten of Wands. And this is going to be unbreakable. Once you have this option, and once you got to this point in your life, it's like you're going to be so much stronger. So if you're going through some hardships, this is going to make you a really, really, really strong person. And you're going to really see through people's bullshit, I'm sensing as well. And something as well to do with music. I'm picking up music or creating some sort of a song, a CD, an album. I don't know. That's for someone there that's to do with this. Okay. So someone out there needed to hear that message. And with the music, it's going to be a lot better than you would even think. It's like you're finally becoming the person that you always imagined. I'm picking that up. Okay. But yeah, that's all I have. I hope that resonated for some people. That's all I have for you, group number 2. Please leave a comment and like down below, and click the notification bell, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 3. So for your first option, we have the Magician. You have actually 2 really interesting cards, and you have the Justice card here. I strongly was picking up with the Magician. I feel like this is your talent. This is what you feel like that you were born to do, that you just naturally are able to use this energy and create so many experiences that you are happy to share with others as well. Almost like it's like you're putting on a performance for people because they're amazed at how talented you are. And this option for me, I feel like you've done this in a past life, okay? But there is going to be more complications with this in regards to, you know, keeping the balance, because over here with the second option I have Justice, and it's balance, but as well, because I felt like this was to do with a past life, it kind of makes sense that this would be your karma. So this is what you need to more work towards. For me, this is what I'm picking up, because, you know, there's certain things that you may have done in a past life that weren't the best, and I don't feel like you're that sort of a person in this life. You're more wanting to, you know, figure out the things that really, really matter. Because this is fun energy. This is nice energy. This is like, I can easily manifest this if I want. You can, because you've done it before and you can do it again. But with the second option, it's like, if you want to be serious about your life, this is where you need to head. And, you know, this has more to do with your spiritual, this has more to do with spiritual awakening and all of that. And, you know, I feel like you've been going through life in this energy a lot more, where, you know, you've just been kind of easily going through life doing what you're good at, and now I feel like you might have some sort of a shift within you where you feel like the second option is where you need to be going. And for me, there's a reason you're feeling that. I really sense that you know, it's a very, like, I feel like with this, you feel like this could all just crumble. It's like something about it being destroyed. You're afraid of even trying to go with this option because you know that it's either going to break your heart, or you know there's more to this option. And for me, yes, that's right. I feel like it's going to be a lot harder, but there's certain karma that you need to work through. So if you want to go towards working on, you know, having what you deserve in this life, this is the option for you. But if you want to go the easy way and just, you know, reincarnate in another life because you didn't work towards this, you know, this is just, again, guys, this is just for entertainment purposes. I'm not bashing you, but like that's what I'm picking up from this. So I hope you kind of, if that makes sense for you in some way or another. And like a lot of you, I feel like, oh, but I really want to just do option one because, you know, that's easier. Life isn't always easy. And sometimes in one way or another, this will come creeping in anyway. So it's good that you're thinking about this because it makes me feel that you are more in touch with your dreams and you're more in touch with like synchronicities and stuff like that. So really think about this. Because I know it's going to make sense in time, and really look at your star sign. What's your star sign? Because that usually resonates as well with who you were in a past life. And then look at your north node, and that's kind of what you need to be working towards. Because I feel like that has something to do with it. What kind of person you want to become is the main kind of question that you're asking here. So yeah, I hope that made sense. Is that pile number 3? Yes, pile number 3. And give this video a like, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you will be updated when I post my next video. So I'll see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 4. This group is quite straight to the point for me. And for option number 1, we have the Queen of Wands. And option number 2, we have the 7 of Coins. So for me, I feel like you're in this, you know, you're not really going anywhere with a decision. You are literally stuck in the middle, and you're just like, I really don't know what to do. For me, I get, my head's kind of sore. Like, I feel like you are just giving yourself a sore head, and you're giving yourself a lot of anxiety and stress because you're choosing to kind of, you're not obviously choosing on purpose, but like because of some sort of a fear around money or feeling like that you deserve something. So if you feel like you're in a state where you don't deserve option number 2, that needs to change, because you are, that energy is wanting to come in. So option 2 for me is where you need to be looking towards, because that's what's blocking you the most. And you, like, it's only a matter of time before this becomes a reality. It's just you really need to now work on grounding yourself the most that you can. And by grounding it, I mean, if it is that you have a fear or anxiety around dealing with money or attracting money or something, you really need to start looking into your lower chakras and being able to, you know, not always be in your head and more in your gut, your heart, what your gut's telling you, your gut feeling. That's where you need to start kind of listening. That's where you need to listen to. Because your head for me is over here, option number 1, which is the Queen of Wands. This is a nice energy, but for me, this is a success, or this is something that's going to work out. Sorry for that tractor. Sorry, it's very loud. Should have closed the window. This, for me, option number 1 It's more about like this is closer because of the little if you can see, what do you call this? I always forget the name of this. I still haven't remembered the name of that. It's like a time, I don't know, let's just call it an olden times clock. Seriously, I can't, why is that out of my head? Anyway, I always forget the name of it. But this, no, option number one for me, it seems like you need to really sit down and proper think about how many people you need to, you know, talk to first. I'm also seeing that you need some sort of a venue where you can something to do with a venue. There's something that it's not the right place. Ah, yeah. So you're not in the right place, right? This is what I'm getting. You're not in the right place right now where it's comfortable for you to, you know, go with this option because the area or the environment is not right for you. And the Queen of Wands, for me, she's, you know, she's quite content in herself. And this would tell me that, you know, you will get to a point where you are content with this. It's just, for me, I'm sensing that it's just not right now because you need to still, you know, either go through certain experiences and gather more information about this before you will be comfortable to go with this idea or whatever this is, a project or something. And I really do see you traveling, having to travel the world more to really find it. Also, it could just mean that you need to go back home if you are traveling. So for some of you, it might be that you need to reconnect with your own home and properly understand that all of this searching for somewhere else might not be what is your path. Maybe it is, you know, going back to your roots, which is I'm talking about over here, going back to your roots and being able to ground yourself, going back to who you were before, because from my experience, coming back home to who I was before, yes, I'm the same person, but I'm not doing the same things that I would have normally done back home. I'm not partying or anything, or, you know, I have a different perspective on life. So my home environment is completely different now. And that's what this is kind of telling me together as a duo. So yes, that is all I have for you, group number 4. Funny, group number 4, building the foundation, getting grounded. But yeah, give this video a like, and if you want, I always say this and I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but click, really, you could, if you could, click the notification bell because you'll be updated when I upload next, and I would love to see you here again. But yeah, that's all I have for you, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 5. So for your first option, it's obviously to do with wealth. It's to do with money, wealth, a job, a project, or something like that, because you have the Knave of Coins. There's a lot. Even the way this card looks to me, it looks like he's really, really thinking. Not really paying attention to what he has. He's more like gazing and thinking a little bit too much about this option. So option number 1, there's a lot of thinking going on here, and I get it. You are loving the something to do with studying. So you're studying something and you're reading up about it. But for me, what I'm hearing with this first option is, you know, you just need to, you know, put it out there. And yeah, it's good. Studying things and learning information about things is good. But for me, the way the world works is nothing really gets moving until you actually put it out there for people to see. Or if it's trying to manifest a certain job and, you know, trying to, for example, you have a certain job that you want to manifest, but you're nitpicking and you're being a little bit too fussy with certain things, Like, this isn't for everyone, but for you right now, what I'm hearing is, you know, if you want this, you can't have it all. That's what I'm hearing. That's what the message I'm getting. It's like you have what you need right now. So just understand that. And I really feel like with this first option, it's like a lot of people would be quite happy with what you have. Makes it sound like you're being selfish or whatever, but it's not. I'm not trying to say that. It's like a lot of people would be happy with what you have. So for example, like, you're given all the ingredients there, and you know, it's like you can bake a cake with that, but you're like, I want a different color of icing, maybe pink, with a little bit of sparkles. Like, you're really wanting to perfect it. So for me, with this first option, it's not really about the little details that people aren't really going to pay too much attention to. It's okay to be a perfectionist sometimes, but for me right now, it's not the mature way to go about this. Because the knave is, the one that's still experimenting with things. And I feel like you're in the experimental phase with this. And it could be in regards to people as well, like men in your life. Like which guy, and that as well. Like, for me, both of these options seem good enough. So just take whatever resonates and what you want to go towards. The Nine of Coins is kind of like, this is what you're used to, and this is what makes you happy. And a lot of the times, this option for me is what you kind of attract, and that's a good thing. But you're not being really tested with this. This is keeping you in your comfort zone. It's not really, challenging you. And that's why this option, for me, a lot of the time, like, it kind of bores you a wee bit. And I just want to let you know that this is always going to be there. You're always going to have this option, because you're always going to have support from someone. There's someone out there that's going to be able to, help you out with this. This is going to take a lot more work, but for me, this is what's going to get you a lot more financial abundance and happiness within yourself, and with accomplishing something. Because I really feel like you're the people that want to really just have something that you can say, I did that. And this is that option. But this just needs more action. There needs to be more swords in this energy. You need to get out there, communicate with people. And then once you communicate with someone and they tell you something, don't just write it down, act upon it. And that's what I'm feeling from this. It's like, if you make a mistake, say, shit, that was a bit of a disaster, but don't take it as a bad thing. Mistakes are good things, because we learn from them. So yeah, both of these options seem fine, but just letting you know that this is the one that I'm liking more. I'm feeling the energy is more fun with this. It's more ups and downs, but isn't that what life's all about? The ups and the downs. So yeah, I hope this was okay. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe and click the notification bell so that you're updated when I post my next video. That's all I have for you. Group number 5, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 6. So this is a general reading, so just bear that in mind. Because we have the Tower here, and the Tower is something that, for option number 2, is kind of, I'm going to talk about it, and it's probably going to, I don't know. Obviously, you don't have to go with what I say. You make your own decisions and go with your own intuition. Sorry, I'm scratching my back there. But yeah, first of all, with the 8 of Coins, I feel like option number 1 is the option for you, because this is what you're good at, and it takes a lot of patience, and things are very slow moving with whatever this is. So if it's a person, it's going to be you're going to have to use up a lot of energy to get this to work. If it's an actual project or job, again, same thing. It's going to take a lot of your energy to get this to work. Now, I wouldn't normally say, like work yourself until you're, like if it's like a 9 to 5 job or something that takes that amount of time to, do, that's fine. But if you're doing it like 10 hours a day, maybe this is a sign that, this is the option for you, but you're just putting in a little bit too much work. So for some of you, I'm picking up that it's like, okay, you need to, chill out about it a little bit, because you're making yourself not like this option because of you're forcing some sort of energy. And the minute you let yourself, relax and let your mind wander, that's when you're going to have the light bulb moment up here. Because right now you're in this, I don't know, some of you are in this stage where you're working really, really, really hard, but you're not letting the idea come in, or the new ideas. Okay, so option number 1 for me, it's like, it's there, it is working, it's just, your success isn't the same success as people around you, and that has nothing to do with them being lucky or you being unlucky. It's just maybe you had what a lot of people have that you see in your life right now, and you want what they have. Maybe that just means that you are having to accept that, your life is about taking things a lot slower and learning the lessons on a slower level. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, I feel like you have a lot of people in your life that are going like this, like next thing, let's do this, let's do that, I'm working on this, I'm working on that. Everyone around you is very busy, and you've got yourself into this kind of a funk where you're trying to be busy, and I feel like you're taking on too many things. And again, with that, option number 2, we have the Tower. Whatever this is, it might seem like the right idea and right now, but for me, in the future, this is what's going to, like, I feel I'm picking up bankruptcy. Like, this is going to get you in bother in the long run, where you might even lose certain assets, things that you've invested in, you may lose them. So if you're putting money towards something that I'm picking up is like Bitcoin or some, those currency, something like a weird new age kind of way of making money. Like it seems like, for me, it's working for a lot of people, but again, a lot of people, it doesn't work out for. And it's like, no, that's not your life. You weren't meant to be doing that. Just because you want things to happen quickly for you, that's not how it works for you. That's not what you're meant to be doing. You're meant to take your time. You're meant to work slow and steady wins the race. But really, what are we racing towards? We're all in this, like, why are we rushing to get to the end? The end is, death, and then we have to do it all over again if we didn't learn the lesson. So whatever you're working towards, just know that you are on the right path with this option. For me, that's what I'm picking. Like, this is going to get you, that's going to get you all the way. Like, right, you're starting down here, you're going in the tower, the steps, you're getting up there, and then whoa, boom, the crown falls off. It's like, oh, this isn't as glamorous as I thought it would be, because for me, that's like, nope, that's not what you're meant to be doing. And it's not to say that you don't have to focus all your attention on this, but if you are doing that, that's not going to end up working out for you. But like I said, just take whatever resonates, and yes. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this a like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you are updated when I post my next video. And I will see you all in the future. Goodbye.